I'm super excited to get to this point with my tutorials because this is when the fun begins. We can start playing around with some bigger chords and making some really beautiful sounds on the piano. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if it's your first time here. My name is Kira King, founder of Modern Pianista. On this channel, we discuss all things regarding artistry, entrepreneurship, and of course, music education. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to play your inversions using seventh chords. This gets so beautiful, and you can do so many different things once you understand the concept. Like I said, every concept builds off of another, so we've got to take it one step at a time. The more you understand this concept, the more you can add other decorations, I like to call it. I like to use fashion as an analogy because I love fashion. So it's kind of like you've got the denim and you've got the crop top, ladies. Whatever men like to wear, who cares? We've got our denim, we've got our crop top, and now I'm about to give you some earrings, okay? Some earrings. Let's get started.
C major 7 inversions. So on your right hand, we have fingers 1, 2, 3, 5 on C, E, G, B. So the reason why this is called a seventh chord is because of scale degrees. I haven't talked about that concept yet. I'm going to do a whole video on scale degrees because it's super important. But just so you understand why we call it seventh chords, everything is based off of a scale. So if we're talking about our C major scale, since we're in the key of C, these are all numbered off of your C scale. So this is the 1, the 3, the 5, and the 7. We're not talking about finger numbers, we're talking about scale degrees. So this is the first, third, fifth, and seventh note of your C scale, which is why we call it seventh chord, because we're adding the 7, okay? Just so you have a little background, I want to make sure that you guys know that. So starting in root position, we have 1, 2, 3, 5, fingers 1, 2, 3, 5 on C, E, G, B. So the point of inversions is to swap out this C for that one, and this gives you another option, which is your first inversion. So I took out this C and I added this C instead. And you have the same chord, but it sounds different, like a different shade, a different hue of the same color. So we're going to use fingers 1, 2, 3, 4 for our first inversion on E, G, B, C. So our second inversion, we're swapping out this E for this one, and we're back to the fingering 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, so we have G, B, C, E on fingers 1, 2, 3, 5. For our third inversion, we're going to swap out this G for that G, have B, C, E, G, again, fingers 1, 2, 3, 5. Okay, and then we're back to root position. So go through that slowly. Try to work on your precision over your speed. I know it's tempting to try and go fast, but I promise you, going slower first will actually help you go faster later. Okay, so that's one pass. You can keep going if you want, obviously. And I want you to explore different parts of the piano. I encourage my students to explore all parts of the piano. I want you to understand what the lows sound like and feel like for you versus the mids versus the highs. This is all frequencies. We're talking about frequencies. So it's not just academia. It's not just information that I'm pounding you with. I want you to feel connected. Like for me, I definitely love my lows because I grew up listening to a lot of Alicia Keys. So I really love like these soulful low tones. You're going to use your highs for different things in music. You're going to use different parts of the piano for different things, which is why I encourage you to explore the whole board instead of just keeping you in the middle, which is what happens a lot in traditional lessons. So work your inversions, do them in arpeggios, do them in blocks. once that gets comfortable for you, you know I've got another level already, okay? And I'm gonna go over it in this video because I can't wait. I can't resist.
So just like how we paired our scales with octaves in the bass, I want to pair your inversions with octaves in the bass as well. This is so fun to do, and it is so beautiful once you get the hang of it, especially when you start implementing rhythms or arpeggios. I'm super excited to show you this one. Let's get started.
Okay, so again, like I always say, that's just one way to practice it. You can do blocks. I didn't mean to do that actually, but it sounds good. Okay, so sometimes you just have to go with it, right? That's the whole point. I'm trying to show you concepts so you can fly and be free. And a lot of that is exploration. I want you to know what you're doing as you're exploring, but the point is to have fun. The point is to make cool sounds with your hands and get inspired. Make your exercises musical. Do things that make you want to continue practicing, because if you're just memorizing information, that's all it's going to be, information, okay? You need to take it to the piano with the intention of having a good time, of having the music speak to you on a deeper level beyond just information and academia, okay? So there's tons of variations that I can go over. I ended up doing something rhythmic because that's what I guess that's what I was feeling at the moment. But I was doing blocks with rhythms while pairing my inversions with octaves. Another thing I would like to go over real quick before I close out for this video is to work just one inversion, right? I'm showing you to constantly do all of them, but it's perfectly fine to just work one. Look at how much beauty there is in just that. And maybe swap it. Like my right hand is going the other way. And maybe another one. Sounded better if I ended there, right? So the whole point of this is to understand the concepts and adjust accordingly. It's not about like, oh, you have to do it this one way and that's it, okay? The whole point is to understand what inversions are, understand the key of C major or whatever key signature you're working on, right? This is just the beginning. I have so much more for you. So understand inversions, understand the key signature, and feel comfortable expressing yourself. That's what I want for you. I don't want you to sit here and memorize all this academia and information unless you want to, right? If you want to and that's how you learn, everyone learns differently, then that's great, right? And knowing yourself is best. But what I want to put out into the world is the ability to express yourself and not let overly academic traditional training stand in your way. So, this is what I was looking for. I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm a producer. I'm a recording artist. This is what I needed, and this is what I had to seek out for myself. And so now that I found it and now that I understand it, I want to give it to you so that you don't have to look as hard, so you don't have to chase your tail in circles for decades the way I did. So I hope that helps, and, keep at it and you'll get there. Love you guys. Let me know how that works out for you in the comments below. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.